Well, I'm back at it here. We just left the marina. Back through there, let's see. Back through there. And today's goal is to work on getting this air conditioner and this generator dialed in so that my wife might want to come out here one day, because right now it's kind of silly. It's really hot. Anyway, I mean, it's supposed to be hot, right? It's summertime, so fair enough. But so anyway, I'm going to go out here somewhere, drop the anchor, just kind of mess around with stuff and swim a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so spent the night last night at anchor here, this same little cove that I've been at a few times, and it's just dead calm, right? But I think I finally have it figured out, like why it's so calm all the time. So it's those things right out there, see them? So, like, look, they're, you know, there's whatever they're doing right there. They come flying in. You see the size of that motor? I mean, that boat it comes flying in here at all hours too. Some of them have lights, but you know, usually there's a couple more. And oh, there's one down there. Yeah. So anyway, so what they do is they come flying in here. Okay. So if you look at them, they come flying in here, and then they just stop real quick, and then they get out these whips. See, they've got, both of them have whips, and they just beat the top of this water, and I think that's what keeps it calm, because these guys are everywhere on this lake, and it's pretty calm. So I got to believe that's, I don't know why they do it, or if they get paid or anything, but that's what they're doing. They're just beating the water into submission right there. So anyway, I'm kind of hoping maybe they'll go to another cove, and then this cove would maybe kind of get wavy and get some wind, and then we can sail out of here. But in the meantime, so let's see. This is that, remember I was talking about last week, I talked about that little blanket thing called the Sea Rug from Australia, and this is it. So that's what I slept under last night. And the nice thing about this is, well, there's a couple nice things, but it's just real light and airy. So, you know, I was going to buy sleeping bags for this boat, and then I ran into these online trying to find like a somewhat waterproof kind of an outdoor camping something or other, and I just ran into it. Never heard of them before. But anyway, the cool thing is, you know, if it's hot out, you put the orange side towards you, and then it doesn't reflect as much body heat. It just kind of feels like a big airy sheet. And then if it's cool out, then you put the blue side down, and it's supposed to be a little, you know, a lot warmer. But it's just neat. It's a well-designed little thing. It's got like a pocket in the end of the orange side here. Let's see here, right there. So when you're in that, you know, underneath it, you can put your feet in there and then stretch it out nice. And it's kind of a neat little thing. And then it comes in this little carry bag there. But anyway, so that's just pleasant to sleep under, I gotta say. Yeah, not sponsored or anything like that. Just thought I'd mention it. But yeah, just made some coffee in the old pour over here, and I'm about to have a cup. So I'll catch you later. See if these guys will, nope, they haven't quit yet. All right, so I'm going to launch the dinghy, and I'm going to try to make a video, but it's too complicated up there while I'm doing it to try to hold the phone, and there's no good spot up there to put the phone down where it won't fall in the drink. So hopefully this will work, and I'm using a block and tackle and some prusik loops, and attaching the block and tackle to the main sheet, and then raising the main sheet up a little bit to get it to the right height, and then hoisting the dinghy up and this whole thing. The first thing I'm going to do though is I've got a like a point on the stern of that dinghy so I can spin it. So I'm going to raise it up high enough to spin it, then lower it back down, then hook it up and pick it all up like in a cradle, drop it over the side, or that's the plan. All right, so we'll get going on that. And then my plan is, once I get it in the water, in this little mustard bottle here, is Penafin, the stuff for the that I use for the like an oil for the woodwork for all the wood. And I thought as I was coming in yesterday with the dinghy, I wish I'd have left it on the water, but I took it out for a little spin, and when I was coming back in, I was like, man, you can reach all this so easy, and just, you know, rather than reaching over the side, or if it's on the hard on a ladder or whatever. So I'm just going to run around with the dinghy. I'm going to stand in the dinghy and do the woodwork up and give it a little coat because it's due. All right, so first step's getting the dinghy in the water. Okay. So these are just little loops here, and double fisherman's knot. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to tie or wrap one of these around this main sheet. Okay. And what that'll let me do is get a hold of this winch so that I don't raise the main sheet up when I don't want to, right? Because the next thing I'm going to do is raise the main sheet up to a little mark that I made here and put my next truss hook. Ooh, I'm actually ahead of myself, but that's all right. Actually, that won't do. That's no good. Come on. All right, so they're into that mark. And actually, I'm going to lower this for the time being. All we're going to do is raise the dinghy up for now. That only needs to be a higher. So then we take a block here. And this one goes up here and hooks in. Actually raise that a little bit. Lifted alone. All right. Then I've just got a loop back here on the stern of the dinghy, and we'll put that in place. So now I can go forward here a little bit. Oh, well, it might still work. Why not? Usually I clip that in so that I don't have to fool with the dinghy coming way out here, but I actually think that'll work. And then it locks into place automatically. Now we can flip this thing. Good. And this isn't my idea. I saw this online. Okay, then we can lower it back down. That's good enough. Alright, so that's cool. And then lower this. This guy here, this is just an extra piece of length, and I can just clip that in. But I need to get this a little higher. The higher with this, the better. All right, so that's pretty good. And bring this back down. All right, now I can unclip this. Flip this. There we go. we'll put this in the cradle. Free. Okay, that's good. And I'll put you on the other side here, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to launch it on that side, so. See if I can get this over here. Ooh, it's way up there. Okay. Well, yeah, I can get that back. Okay. All right. And then the other trick is, don't forget your bow line before you put it in the water. But we'll deal with that. Okay, so that's it. And then the same thing in reverse to raise it back up. All right, well, that's it. We're on our way back. And I did get the teak all oiled up, so fairly easy. It's a little hard to hang on to the dinghy or hold the dinghy on the boat while you're using your other hand, but it's all right. And they're still keeping it calm. There's some guys way down there. Just in the water. I don't know. More up here, so I guess probably won't be any wind today either. Little electric motors just cruising along here. That's it.